So cool because I was with some friends, and I forget where we were, but someone said, "Oh, look, a barn owl," and I thought it was the barred. I go, "No, it's a barred owl."
There you go. Look at what we've taught
I'm
you.
so smart now.
You're so good.
Without you guys, I wouldn't be as smart. So we have got a guy with a leaf blower here who's about to come in on our game here. So it's time to say goodbye, and you say goodbye to you. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you
and we
so
will see you
much.
next week for Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals. Yeah, so very interesting, beautiful bird, and of course, love those sounds that it was making as well. And Delinda is saying, yes, good morning, owls are so cool. They are absolutely cool. So I want to thank Adrian for giving us information about the barred owl. And we are now going to get into our deeper dive forecast. Let's just get you right into it and get into our forecast here. As you know, Coffee with Krueger is made possible by Wind River Resort and Casino. At Wind River Resort and Casino, enjoy friendly service, a wide variety of specials and promotions, plus all of your favorite slots and table games. Once again, I want to thank Wind River for their support of Weather NorCal and, of course, in particular, Coffee with Krueger. Well, let's start off by talking about the cold weather alerts that we do have out there. It's cold. Bottom line, we do have a cold weather advisory for all of these areas here. The darker blue is the extreme cold warning. Now, Siskiyou County westward, all of these will expire at 9 o'clock this morning. This one will expire at 9 o'clock Wednesday morning. Now, of course, as we saw, the temperatures right now are very cold, -6 degrees in Alturas. I think we just climbed 1 degree. It was -7, I believe, when I was reporting a little bit earlier. 12 degrees Bernie, 25 Shingletown, 11 degrees in Susanville, 21 in Weaverville, 42, a bit of a breeze in Redding. That's why it's a bit warmer there, and even upper 30s on the west side of the valley. Sheltered by those downsloping winds, we're of course looking at temperatures in the low 30s, much cooler. A bit of a breeze out in Crescent City at 41 and 29 degrees in Eureka. So dry and cool to start off the week. It will be breezy at times, especially in the valley, with rain and snow returning to near the end of this week and even into the weekend. Low elevation snow to start off, but then they will start to rise for Friday and through the weekend as well. There's the activity right here. This storm system looks pretty promising, doesn't it? But this is the one that will shift down to our south. Behind that one, though, is another storm system, and that is what is going to bring us more rain and more snow. Looking at Futurecast, there it is, 6 o'clock this morning. You see the dry conditions we have here. Okay, then we go into, there it is, through the afternoon, through tonight, right? We're dry. No big surprises there. Now I'm going to zoom it out here because I want to show you that we do have that approaching storm system we see over the Pacific right now. That, by 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, is down to our south. Now as we go into Tuesday night, you see how it just clips the southern portions, southern Trinity County, southern portions of Tehama County, Glen and Butte counties, could see Tuesday night maybe a passing sprinkle or light shower, but nothing to write home about. This is the one I've got my eyes on. That's what's coming in Wednesday night into Thursday. And with cold air already in place, we're talking about some low snow levels. Now, before we get into the longer range, let's take a look at, of course, the river levels. They're still high, and that's why we're kind of in that what's called action stage, where it's below the flood stage, but it's approaching. That's the yellow dots. The orange dots is where you're already at or above that flood stage. We still have that flood warning for parts along the Sacramento River. Let's take a look at different areas along the Sacramento River, starting at Red Bluff Diversion Dam. Should stay in that action stage or just right around there. And then with Thursday's rain coming in, that we'll probably start to see it rise again, close to, if not right around that flood stage again. We take a look at Sacramento River at Tehama Bridge, where we do have that flood warning. You see how it drops? We're staying right around or just below the flood stage, and then we're back up above that flood stage with the upcoming rainfall. Then we take a look at Vina Woodson Bridge, dropping another rise Thursday as we go into that possible flood stage again toward the end of the week. At Hamilton City, most likely staying below the flood stage, but again, Thursday into Friday, you are seeing that begin to rise again. But it looks like Ord Ferry should stay below that flood stage here and probably not even see much of a rise once we do get into Thursday and Friday. Still have a flood advisory for northwestern Lassen County. This should expire at noon. We've been watching a lot of the flooded areas slowly recede throughout the weekend and, of course, this morning. that should allow us to see that advisory be allowed to expire by noon. But of course, that could change. This is that storm system I was talking about. You see how it dives down to the south. That's why we're going to see dry conditions. However, as I mentioned, all you have to do is shift this a little bit more to the north, and now we've got rain for places like Chico, Oroville, southern Trinity County, even Garberville in southern Humboldt County may see a stray shower or sprinkle for Tuesday night. But I think most of it's going to be to our south in Sacramento, San Francisco, southward into the San Joaquin Valley, the Sierra, seeing some snow out of this as well. This is the next storm system, though. It's cold. Now, the thing is, the cold air is already in place. It's not going anywhere. We're seeing cold mornings. It's not warming up a whole lot during the day, so the colder air is already in place. So typically what happens is this storm system, as it approaches, it already has colder air along with it, so it's going to reinforce the cold air we already have in place. But a typical setup is you get a warm source of moisture that rides over that colder air, and we see low snow levels to start off. And I think that's what we're going to see here for your Thursday morning. And then as we go through the day on Thursday, and in particular Friday, that all shifts to the east. We see the snow levels begin to rise a bit because now we're just going to be mixing out that colder air, and we do expect off and on chances for rain and, of course, high elevation snow for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even into early next week. So we're going into a cool and unsettled weather pattern once we do get into Thursday, and that'll continue into Friday and through the weekend. There's that nuisance wind we are seeing this morning. We'll continue that here through the afternoon, coming in from the north-northwest in the valley. A little breezy along the coast, by the way, as well, but I think the strongest winds will be in the valley. Midday, midday Tuesday, still gusty, and then still looks like those winds will start to die down by Tuesday afternoon, and then Wednesday, the wind should really no longer be that much of a factor. Look at the lake levels here. Now, again, despite the fact that they're letting out a lot of water, we're still close to 90% capacity out at Shasta Lake. 83 and 84% respectively for Trinity and Oroville, so that's looking pretty good. So we are seeing the lake levels dropping here, but keep in mind, even though they're letting out more water, which is the reason why we have the flooding along the Sacramento River, at least in some spots, even though they're letting out a lot of water, more is still coming in from runoff from the rain that we've seen here since last week. I mean, if you look around even Lake Shasta, for example, you can see all these little waterfalls kind of going into the lake. So that water is still being filled up. There you can see this afternoon, those winds are going to start to die down, especially by tonight and through the day on Tuesday before they start to rise again for your Wednesday. So as a result, there actually is a hazardous seas warning, and it should expire sometime this afternoon with your winds from the north at about 20 to 25 knots. So here is your neighborhood forecast for Trinity County. Snow levels starting off around 1,000 feet. Weaverville, Hayfork, possibility you could see snow and maybe even some accumulating snow on Thursday. Something worth watching here as we get closer to that time frame. Then you can see snow levels will rise for Friday and through the weekend. Same situation down to the south. 42 Forest Glen, 44 degrees for Ruth. Now, for Hayfork, you're dry, but Ruth, you may see a stray sprinkle or light shower here for Wednesday night. For Tuesday night. But overall, it should be dry through Wednesday for most of us. Places like Shelter Cove, Garberville, Redway, Miranda, even Redcrest, all of these areas may see a stray sprinkle or light shower Tuesday night. Otherwise, dry through Wednesday with that rain coming in on Thursday. Ferndale, about 48, 49 in Fortuna, as well as Hydesville and 45 degrees for Rio Dell. We take you out to... something happened here. The clock came out. There we go. We take you out to the North Coast. 50 degrees for Trinidad, 50 in McKinleyville, 49 in Eureka, 47 degrees for Willow Creek and Hoopa, about temperatures in the upper 40s there. 39 degrees for Gas Key, about 54 in Orleans. And there you can see mainly upper 40s to low 50s along the coast. Here's your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. It's cold. I mean, you look at the northern I-5 corridor there, you're looking at temperatures mid-30s. Looks like low 40s here along Highway 96 there. But look at Wairika. Temperatures in the 30s, and then we start to see the temperatures rise after that. All right, let's take you out to Scott Valley. We're only getting up to about 33 in Greenview, 33 for Etna, and 35 degrees for Callahan. Central, Eastern Siskiyou County, 20s and 30s. 31 degrees for Weed, 37 degrees for Mount Shasta City. Let's take you out to Modoc County, where we've got about 29 for Newell, 30 degrees for Canby, and 33 degrees for Likely. Down to the south into the eastern mountains, we're looking at 44 for Montgomery Creek. Now, Bernie, I think you'll see snow, a very good chance on Thursday. Friday, not so much. Snow levels climbing up above 4,000 feet by Friday and probably about 6,000 feet or higher through the weekend. Here's Lake Almanor, Lassen Park, and you can see those snow levels also rising about 4,500 feet on Friday. Over the weekend, you're at 6,000 feet with those snow levels. Let's take you down to south. Paradise, you could see a mix or maybe just all snow for a brief period of time on Thursday. And then it looks like more rain for Friday, off and on showers through the weekend. All right, here's your Valley Neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Your temperature is in the mid-50s, 56 degrees for Corning, 56 for Orland, and there's Elk Creek at about 55 degrees. All right, so Chico, you're dry through Wednesday. But as I mentioned, remember that system passing through Thursday night into Wednesday. Could be a stray sprinkle or light shower, but I'm going to keep you mainly dry through Wednesday. A better chance for rain coming in on Thursday. All right, let's take you up to the north. 50 degrees for Lakehead, 54 for the city of Shasta Lake, 57 in Anderson. And again, maybe a mix even as far south as Red Bluff. Looking at Redding, I think you can see that mix on Thursday as well. Upper 40s for your daytime highs, mid to upper 50s with off and on showers here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there you go. It looks like we are going to be looking at a pretty nice start to the week. Should be fairly dry if you enjoy that drier weather, but we do have more wet weather in the forecast, and things could get interesting by Thursday with the potential for some of that low elevation snow. This is something I'll be monitoring very closely here as we get closer to that time frame. But for now, it looks dry through Wednesday, and that's going to pretty much do it for your forecast, folks. I know there's some interesting stuff going on in there, but overall, we've got a great start to the week. Get out there and enjoy it. Hope you all have yourselves a great, beautiful start to the week. And we'll be back here again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Hopefully you'll kind of have all of the issues that I had. I don't know what happened. It's just some weird stuff happening this morning. And unfortunately, the recording for Coffee with Krueger, I apologize if you're watching late, but you're going to get in there sometime around when Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals started, but then after that, you'll have everything with the forecast in there as well. Catherine Schmidt is saying, no, that's the wrong one. Catherine Schmidt is saying, drop to 6.4 degrees at sunrise. Don't want to go out and feed the livestock. Please, a little warmer weather in the Castle area. Ooh, no, thank you. I'll take the 40s that I have here in Redding for sure. All right, folks, that's going to do it. We're going to leave you with some cameras here and some beautiful shots out at Lake Oroville. Have yourselves a great day.
Thank you.